tell them that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short but I can't complain, doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice then I teleport, got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Got no job but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, yeah. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, when you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage in your backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds, sing off key.
It's a stadium so big that you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Up next, it's our main event between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. Return starts from the 16. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 20. Five-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Straight to the air they go. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack. Well, the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Offense no doubt jolted awake with that very first play partner. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Fits it through the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
He's dropping back to throw. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Now, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Come on, come on.
To the air on 3rd and long. He finds Adams, complete. Caleb runs at it about the 29. 20 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29.
60.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down. Yeah, I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like an attacking the pass, not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Here we go. Go.
They're going to try to throw for it. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Hot 70, hot 70. 18, hot 70, hot 70. 79 Broncos.
Well, come out throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Throwing again on second. Caught, nice gain left side. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Tampa! The Broncos don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Go.
Okay, the wide receiver's getting it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
At the 19-yard line.
Offense to the line, second down.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. That's incomplete left side.
The second down.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be third and long.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. We're drawing up for it. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's fourth and pretty far. They're going for this. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Mustang 19. 7 Pirates.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Returning it from the 16. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. He gained 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready. Cougar Knights.
Setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
It wasn't the first time, Kate, you've called this guy's name, but definitely one of the hardest sacks he's going to have. A lot of range required to get that one done, but an impressive negative tackle for loss.
Here's a throw. Too much lead on that throw. That throws incomplete ahead of the target. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Set it. Go.
They're going to try and throw it here. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's the snap on 4th. Absolutely fires this one right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a...
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I'm not even going to look at my defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
Here we go. Ready.
Oh, he loses the football. But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they're going to keep possession. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
50-yard line.
60 Bison. Come on. Set. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Handoff now from the gun. He did well to shake off one tackle partner. The next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
Ready, set.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. It's the Broncos out in front. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at 3rd and very long.
18 Cardinal. Go.
Looking in the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
They'll throw for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing third and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times.
All the way! Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a 20-zip lead. Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys, nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Throwing now on 1st down. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Cougar 19.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Looking to throw here. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Broncos take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That's another quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
19 Lions. Check smash. Check smash.
The tight end in motion now. Takes the 2nd down snap. Sends this to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Third down from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Offensive line fast.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on first. He's got it near the 8. Or he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
He's going to throw it again. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Brings it in at the 13. And he goes out of bounds, short of the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Throw complete to Lamb. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And for somebody who's been kicked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Short pass brought in. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, he will still wind up being fourth down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. You need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
4th down, pass coming. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Hey, smash, Cowboy 80. Rig alert.
They've got a man in motion.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. Check out.
Working on 1st down. Thrown deep here for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos blowing them out now, 34-zip. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. So we're down inside of 2 minutes remaining now in our first half. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. Ready.
There's a dive up the middle. And they drop him after just a yard. Second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back-to-back carries here. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Throw here, third down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Shit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So a punt coming up on fourth down, and it's against Belgian native Corliss Waitman with the honors. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
At their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10.
Come on, come on. Set.
Throwing from the gun. Called in left side. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down, Denver.
Pass play on first and 10. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back way this game, but no results yet. So second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. They'll throw it. Big man showing up the yards. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Patterson on for the extra point. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Broncos continue adding on to that lead.
Cowboys nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. This is taken in at the 13. This makes it up to the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Here we go. Go.
They go play action on first down. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down.
He was defended by Jacorian Bennett.
Let's go now. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. to ask this, but I just feel like in this situation, do we even need to play second half today? What do you think?
Kate, you shouldn't have asked this. Because if Frank Reich and those Buffalo Bills had that thought, they would have never come back against those Oilers in the playoff game.
You have a good point. Fielded at the 14. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
26-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Looks like they're playing safe with a run to the outside. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. Fairly safe to say is that football is incomplete this first half so far. It's not at the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And that throw just too high for him.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Third and long for him here. Getting out to his left. On the run, deep down the left side. That's complete inside the 35. So he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Brought in close to the 8. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Kicker on for the point after.
Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Broncos tack on 7 more to their lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Again to throw on second. And they pick him up again! And the Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 19 Lions. Pump 7.
Looking now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, they're on it, and he's dropped again. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
That's 60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They're going for this. He puts some air under it deep down the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
63. Cowboys, nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
39-yard line.
The line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start. Let's go.
Setting them on the dive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Come on. Come. Ready.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
On the jump.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Get up. Ready.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. It's a design boot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
It's plays like that, Kate, run well. Nice sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field. Not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
They'll throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's going to be first down Denver. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. To the air now on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Buying some time right. Rolling, and takes a deep shot down the middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
19 Sergeant. Ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to try another deep one here. Lays out for this one. Oh, what a catch! Offense up to the line fast.
First down. First and goal, Denver.
In the red zone on 1st. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Come on, come on. Set.
They'll come out throwing. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Ready.
Back to the air they go on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender runs at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 10 yards.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Cougar 19.
And they'll throw 3rd and long. He finds Adams, complete. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first, guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
That is rejected at the line, as we say in Hoop Song. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
As a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready.
They're going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They tightened up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down.
Come 19. Ready?
They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And we might be close to this lead growing again. Play gives him 1st and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First and goal.
Working inside the red zone. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Shot. Check out.
Throwing it again here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Mustang 19.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And they're going to score a touchdown, Denver. The Broncos lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd.
The kicker on for the
Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Return coming from the 14. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Handed off to the tight end. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play.
He was tackled in the 27.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready? Me.
They work against the blitz. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Cowboys football as we're just really counting down the moments at this point. This game's gotten out of hand.
Ready?
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on 3rd down.
Tag. 6, 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Ready?
3rd and long for him here. They're on him again. He goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, being back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
He takes it inside the opposing 40. And some crafty work on the return gets him all the way down inside the red zone.
15-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop Offense in the hurry-up here.
The quarterback sacked. A loss of 11 yards.
Throwing it on second down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
In the end zone.
Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
JCC, Cowboy 80.
They're going play action. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Working quickly here.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's fourth down.
Fourth down, pass coming. That's cut beyond the marker. He gets it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
The Broncos throwing 6 more on the blowout.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? This is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Project, this ain't what you want.
Now to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. All set now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. He'll get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Offense in a hurry up here.
19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. Ready?
From the red zone now. To the end zone, but incomplete. They've shot there on 1st down, Brock. Don't come away with any points just yet.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams to field goals, you have a chance to win.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and you couldn't.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 Lions.
They'll throw to start the drive. Just kept going their own way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
Drive play straight ahead. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sets out behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be third down.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Shot.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
4th and forever coming up.
Get it.
They'll throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Broncos are running them out of the building. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Fielded at the 14. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now. Cut out left.
The second down.
Gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Gravity Lions.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
On any 4th down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
Looking on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Ready.
They'll air it out on third. And they bring him down around the 34. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Broncos nearing their 6th win this season. The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. 4th down. They're going to throw for it. Buying some time left. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Looking fast as that clock ticks down.
10 yards. And the Broncos, first down. First and 10.
Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Broncos continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Patterson takes on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Cowboys making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. They're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's 8-12 on that one. And that's good for Broncos first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can have a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
It's now second
You know, in
and
the
10.
NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Lofts it deep right side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Throw here, third down. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 25. Pretty quickly here.
And the Broncos, first down.
60.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
18, Rodney, 18.
From the red zone on first. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. But still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's the backup. First throw. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos throwing 6 more on the blowout.
The kicker on for the
So
point
an
after.
exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I will. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Broncos are running them out of the building. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just like that, I love the joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
At their own 17-yard line.
Okay,
The
ready?
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Here we go. Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up.
And 7 at the 35-yard line.
Cougar 19. Panther 60. Panther 60.
1 final shot here. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And with this being their